welcome to W Hotel. We are in the heart of London in Leicester Square. At the moment we are in Wild Bar, which is in the club of the W Hotel. It's a tequila orientated club, and next door we've got the W Lounge, which has a British theme going on. So food and cocktails will all be British orientated, British inspired. If you were in the area and you wanted to come in for a quick meal or a relaxed meal, you could definitely have a 3-lunch martini in the lounge. And probably the cocktail that you would begin your lunch with would be the Vesper. Vesper is a variation on a very famous cocktail, the Vesper, which was the favorite James Bond cocktail made with gin, vodka and quina lile. What we do to it, to call it the Vesper, is we add some wild thyme in it, and as James Bond used to like it, we shake it and then we serve it chilled in a pre-chilled coupette for your own pleasure. So I'm going to show you now how to make it. So now I'm going to give you the recipe for the Vesper. Vesper is made with 3 ingredients. The first one is gin. Originally it was made with Gordon, so that's what I'm gonna use for you today. And we use 60 milliliters of Gordon. So the ratio between the ingredients would be 3 parts gin, 1 part vodka, and half measure of quina lile. So we start with 60 mils of Gordon's gin. The vodka I'm using in this case is Smirnoff Black, and we're gonna use 1 part of Smirnoff Black, so that's 20 milliliters of Smirnoff Black. Third liquid ingredient, it's gonna be Lille Blanc. I'm gonna use half a measure, so it's gonna be 10 milliliters of quina lile. Also, a very important ingredient in this cocktail is wild thyme, which is gonna give us a herbal depth to the drink. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 healthy stalks of thyme, and then we're going to use some to garnish it. But it's very important that we put enough, but not too much, in order for us not to overpower any of the flavors involved in the cocktail. Very important as well is to make sure your glassware is chilled before you pour the cocktail in it. It's a bit like in the kitchen. You want to have a hot plate to serve hot dish. So we're going to serve a cold drink in a chilled vessel. If you don't have them in the fridge, you can always quickly chill them with some ice and a bit of ice water, like that. Leave them on the bar while you're making the drink, and it will be nice and chilled by the time you finish. So now I'm gonna actually make the drink. As I said earlier, we're gonna use 3 measures of Gordon, so 60 milliliters. Make sure you always use measures, especially the first times you make the drinks. It's much easier for you to get the recipe right. 60 ml of gin, Gordon's. Second ingredient I'm going to use, as I mentioned before, is Smirnoff Black. We're going to use 1 part of Smirnoff Black. It's going to be 20 milliliters. Third and last liquid ingredient is going to be Lille Blanc, a French aperitif wine base. Also, as already mentioned, I'm going to use 2 healthy stalks of thyme, drop them in, break them in 2, and make sure we get all the flavors out. Drop the ice. And double strain until, inside a pre-chilled coupette. Now, to implement the smell in the cocktail, we're gonna garnish it with a nice stalk of wild thyme, and also to bring some citrus flavors, we're gonna zest an orange peel. Just squeeze it on top, make sure the oils reach the top of the glass, rim the glass, and then discard. And this is the worst part. Cheers. Here at the W Lounge at the W Hotel, we support the free Martinis lunch with drink.com.